Alright guys, this is the start to my next project. I'm going to make my own uncapping tank. Now, um, obviously you can buy some, and they're probably going to be more durable than what I'm going to build, but I'm going to give this a shot anyway. I've got two Tupperwares, and these are heavy-duty Rubbermaid Tupperware containers. This is actually the smaller one, and it's relatively deep. This is probably a foot deep. The other's probably about 16 inches deep, and I'm going to be able to set this one inside of the other one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the bottom here and about an inch in all the way around. I'm going to cut out hollow, and then I'm going to fit a piece of plywood there. Maybe I can use those scraps. Hopefully, cut it down to fit it, and staple screen across that for a rough filter. You know, it doesn't have to be a big filter at all. So I'm just going to use window screen because I've got the finer mesh sieves inside to actually filter the honey with. So I'm going to cut a hollow section out of the square, you know, cut out the guts of the square as well, but use that for a firm support to staple screen to, and then be able to drop that down. You know, my tub will flip over and I'll be able to set it down inside the tub, and then this tub will sit inside of the other tub. So this one will have a screen bottom, and then I'll put my, you know, board across the top here with a nail through it for where I can set my honey super on there and uncap it. The only thing I've got to do left is the other tub, I'm sorry. I'll have to put a gate valve in because it doesn't have one now, which means when it fills up with drippings, I'll have to lift this off of it, set it to the side for a minute, and dump the honey out of the other tub into a straining bucket. So it's not complete yet. It's not going to be the best of the best, but it'll get me by to extract what honey I need to do now, and then maybe someday I'll get flush and I'll buy an actual extractor honey uncapping tank, because I think that'll probably be the best. So I'm going to go through the steps on this as I build it. I'll take little short snippet videos as we go, let you all see what I'm doing. Alright, so there you go. I've got it cut out. I just used my drill there to punch a pilot hole, and then I've got my jigsaw laying there I used to cut out the plastic edge. So now I'm going to get my table saw started up, and I'm going to cut out one of these pieces of plywood so it'll fit. It'll be a square ring so that it will fit in the bottom of that. And it doesn't matter if it overhangs a little bit. I mean, the hole obviously does not need to be that big at all. Just, you know, the greater your surface area, the better your caps can drain off, so be piled up on each other. So let's go. Okay, guys, I got my wooden ring cut out that I told you I was working on. These scraps of plywood actually work just about perfect. I had to trim them down a little bit, but then I cut the dimensions that I needed, the inner dimensions at the bottom of the box first, and then I set my table saw just 2 inches in either way, and did plunge cuts with it, which you don't have to see the curves, those aren't pretty, but you look at the other side, it looks really pretty. And then I just dog-eared each corner just because this tote has kind of rounded corners, but drop her down inside there, it fits perfect. So I'll staple some screen across it and I'll be ready to cut some caps. Alright guys, so there it is. Here's my big, deeper tote. Like I said, I need to get, I will get eventually a gate valve and put it, you know, down here in the bottom. For right now I don't have one on hand. I need to do extraction today, so I'll just have to take out my drain tank every time I need to empty honey out of this, but that's no big deal. But anyway, that's my big bottom tank. Here's my inner tank. You see, it just, I mean, these totes are designed to fit together like that. It's perfect. And then here's my little screened bottom. And I mean, it just sets in there. I'm not worried if a little bit of cappings or something get around the edges or anything. You know, that doesn't really matter, because this is not the final filtration of the honey. This is just a bulk filtration. And I actually put in 2 layers of this window screen. I don't know what mesh that is, maybe like a 20 mesh or something, I'm not sure. It's not very small, but again, it doesn't need to be. I'd rather it be bigger and let some bits of cappings fall through, because I'm going to run this all the way down to a 600 micron screen, so it really doesn't matter if in the first stage some cappings fall through. I'd rather be bigger, let more honey flow through faster when I'm doing the uncapping process, so that I don't have to worry about my cappings tank filling up. So anyway, that's it. I'm ready to extract some honey. Here's the last piece to the puzzle, folks. Just got this scrap of 1x out of the garage, and set my new saw. This is not a dado cut, actually, amazingly enough. This is done on the miter saw. It's got a set stop on it, so you can actually tell it not to cut all the way through something, or you can set it. You can't tell it. Set it so it doesn't cut all the way through. So what I did was I laid this on the track. I cut down to make that plunge cut so it was square across, and actually just slid this over real slow. And you can do that as long as you got a little bit of stock. I couldn't do that obviously to cut real thick stuff, but since I was just trying to shaving this out, That's what I did to make those cuts, and those let it sit. It just rests on there. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing to be screwed down because you're going to drop your frame right on the corner of this here. That's just an 1.25" brad that I shot through there. I don't know if it'll hold up or not. I think it'll work for now, but probably in the future I need to put like an actual nail or a screw or something that's a little bit more durable. And that might actually be too tall. I'm not sure. But we'll just see how it works. If it doesn't work well, I can always throw a screw through there real quick. But anyway, I think for now I'm going to go out and actually see if I can't pull another 8 or 9 or 10 frames of honey off that hive like I did yesterday. Make it worth my time. Hopefully I can extract, 16 or 20 or whatever frames of honey. So my uncapping tank is done for now. I'm ready to go.